How to unify Hmong. Let me briefly introduce the situation of the Hmong language. The Hmong population is mainly in China. The Hmong language is divided into three major dialects, namely the Eastern dialect, the Central dialect, and the Western dialect. Hmong in the United States, Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand are all Western dialects. Each dialect is divided into many sub-dialects. There are not many speakers of each Hmong language, and various Hmong languages cannot understand each other. Why unify Hmong? Because there are many kinds of Hmong language and the number of users is small, other ethnic groups will not choose to learn Hmong language, so that the number of Hmong language users will not increase. Only a few people speak the language, so it is not easy to find a job, and it is even more difficult to do business. Hmong videos are put on YouTube because only a few people can speak Hmong, so the number of views is small, resulting in low income. There are no scientific knowledge books in Miao language, and other languages must be used to learn scientific knowledge. These reasons will inevitably make the Miao people gradually abandon the Miao language. Therefore, only by unifying the Hmong language can the number of Hmong speakers increase and the Miao language not be eliminated. For a nation, the most important thing is language, which plays a role in cohesion and unity. If there is no Miao language, this nation will gradually disappear. Therefore, the Hmong language must be unified if the Miao nationality is to exist. The Miao nationality has no disadvantages of writing. The rulers of the Han nationality forcibly occupied the Miao people's farmland and forced the Miao people to flee to the mountains. They recorded that the rebellion of the Miao people was suppressed. The Han forced the Miao people to cut their hair and wear Han clothes, and the Miao people were not allowed to speak the Miao language, and the Miao children were not allowed to study. They recorded that the Miao people were barbaric and taught the Miao people to understand civilization. The Yellow Emperor invaded Qiyu. They recorded that Qiyu invaded the Yellow Emperor, and even said Qiyu was the son of the Yellow Emperor, and the Yellow Emperor invaded Qiyu, saying that the son Qiyu beat the father Huang Di. Everything was turned upside down. Naming the leader of the Miao nationality with a derogatory word, the word means ugly and ignorant. They vilified Xiangyu, saying that Xiangyu was stingy and reluctant to give the land to others, but in fact Xiangyu was very generous and gave the land to all those who participated in the anti-Qin war. When the Miao people created characters, the rulers of all dynasties in China forced the Miao people to give up the Miao language, killed those who knew the Miao language, and burned the Miao language books. The Chinese government does the same for other ethnic minorities. In August 2020, large-scale protests broke out when Mongolian language teaching was banned. Mongolian students jumped from buildings to protest. The death of the students did not change the government's decision. The government still does not allow it. How can Hmong be unified? In order to unify the language, we can only unify the characters first, because the pronunciations of the three dialects of Miao language are completely different, and the characters created by the pinyin method cannot be unified. Chinese is the same as Hmong, and there are many dialects. There are even more dialects than Miao, and the dialects are not mutually intelligible, but they have a unified script and use Mandarin as a unified language. The origin of Chinese characters and the ancient characters of the Miao nationality is the same, and they are both written by Qiyu of Jiuli. The Han people can do it, and the Miao people can do it too, so we can also unify the Miao characters, and we can also unify the Miao language. First, understand the shortcomings of Chinese characters so that we can create better Miao characters. Some Chinese characters have too many strokes, and one character needs more than 10 strokes, so China simplifies Chinese characters. When the Chinese characters were simplified for the first time, most people in China were not yet literate, so the simplified characters were successfully implemented, but there were still many characters that were too complicated, so the second simplification was implemented. Because everyone has already known the simplified characters for the first time, the implementation of the second simplified characters was rejected by everyone, which led to the failure of the second simplified characters. Some Chinese characters are too similar to distinguish, such as: when making characters, avoid making similar characters and avoid too many strokes.